Hello, I'm Gino. Welcome to Dazzle TV. It's 6:47 a.m. here in Numancia, Aklan in the Philippines. I'm here inside 7-Eleven. I just got some drinks and ice for our trip to Katiklan this morning. Dazzle, Lian, and Mom, they're still getting ready at the house. We had planned on leaving the house about 8 a.m. and we should be in Katiklan by around 9:15 a.m. this morning. I'm actually filming inside of the 7-Eleven. They have the benches and tables here inside also because the outside benches, they're wet. So I decided to film inside here at 7-Eleven. I just want to give a quick shout out to my good friend Ivan from Canada. Ivan, his wife, and his two kids, they are flying today from Cebu City to Iloilo City. They will be starting their life here in Iloilo City, Philippines. They arrived from Canada about a week ago in Cebu City. Ivan has two children, and his oldest will be starting school here in Iloilo City, Philippines. And that will be the topic of this video. People moving here to the Philippines with school age kids. I have another friend, Jeremiah from Vermont. His daughter is a teenager. They will also be moving to Iloilo City the end of June so she can start private school in Iloilo City. Also, my good friend Olson and Ilea, their son Isaiah also will be coming here to the Philippines. They are from Columbia, South Carolina. And Isaiah is 9 years old and he will go to school here in the Philippines. The common thread with the people that are moving here, bringing school age kids to the Philippines, is one partner is Filipino or Filipina. I know there are people that will say, why are you bringing your kids to the Philippines? What kind of education will your kids receive here in the Philippines? What I would say to that, just in my opinion, there are many good private schools here in the Philippines. Even if you send your kids here to public school, being involved with your kids will make a difference in their education here. I've seen it with Leanna. The 2 years that I have been tutoring Leanna, and Leanna attends public school here, I have seen leaps and bounds as far as her education and also her confidence in herself. I always tell people if they bring their kids here to the Philippines, even if they send their kids to private school here, you have to be really involved with your kids. Be a big part of their education. Do not rely on the schools alone for their education. Like with Leanna, I make sure I buy Leanna books. I make sure I tutor her in English. And I create lessons for her besides the lessons that she has in school. As a matter of fact, this summer, I am introducing medical terminology to Leanna because Leanna will start high school this year, and our plan for Leanna is to attend nursing school once she finishes high school here in Numancia, Aklan. She will be attending St. Gabriel College in Calibo, Aklan. I have 27 years of medical experience working in hospitals in the United States. So I'm familiar with things that I need to introduce to Leanna to be familiar with how hospitals work and our language in the medical field because we have our own lingo in the medical field. In my opinion, it is not a disadvantage for your kids coming from the United States. And if you bring them here to the Philippines and get them educated here in the Philippines, you just have to be involved with their education. Make sure you supplement their education, like buying books, making sure they read the books. Another thing that Leanna and I enjoy doing together We watch a lot of YouTube videos with educational material, like the National Geographic, the History Channel. There are a lot of educational materials on YouTube and online. My friend Joel actually showed Leanna and I the artificial intelligence chat GPT while he was here in Calibo this past January. I actually used the AI to create lesson plans for Leanna. I don't actually have to do the research. Google does the research for me. Makes my job of teaching Leanna a lot easier. And in my opinion, the biggest positive about raising your kids here in the Philippines is your kids gonna be surrounded with family. I know most of you know Filipino families are big. When you bring your kid here to the Philippines, your kid is gonna be surrounded with uncles and aunties, kind of like secondary parents. And also, they will have a lot of relatives here, like their cousins. Filipinos like me, we know about growing up here in the Philippines and being surrounded with our cousins and surrounded with our families. There is just stronger bonds with Filipino families living here in the Philippines. Like for me, when I moved to the United States at age 12, my relatives in the United States, we are all spread out. Some live in California, some live in Texas, some live in New Jersey. Oftentimes, I only saw my relatives in the United States during Thanksgiving or Christmas. A different dynamic here in the Philippines. Here in the Philippines, most Filipino families celebrate everything together. Like for Dazzle, all her family is here in Katiklan, Aklan. So any event that we have, like Leanna's birthday, Dazzle's birthday, my birthday, it is always celebrated with lots of family. I think that's why there's a phrase, it's more fun in the Philippines. People here and families celebrate everything from birthdays, from baptism, from anniversary, weddings. People here just celebrate everything and celebrate life. I know there are families in the United States that do the same thing. They celebrate with their families. But from the people that I talk to, our subscribers on YouTube, a lot of people don't have that big family. A lot of people are on their own. And in my opinion, as we get older, that becomes a lonely life. When you don't have family and you're not surrounded by people that love you. I just think that it's not a disadvantage for people to bring their kids to the Philippines and have them educated here. For one thing, they will always be American citizens. Once they finish high school here or once they finish college here, they can always go to America and work in America. My friend Reuben actually is going to be flying into Calibo International Airport today. I am picking him up at 7 p.m. So this will just be a day trip for us to Katiklan. We'll get to Katiklan this morning, have lunch, celebrate with the relatives in Katiklan, and at least by 3 p.m., head back to our house here in Camellia, Aklan, because I have to pick up Reuben at the airport. Reuben was here from January to end of March, and he spent the whole month of April in San Diego, California. Now he's headed back here to Calibo and plans to stay at least 6 months here in Calibo. I had gotten Reuben a studio apartment in Calibo, a furnished studio apartment for 8,000 pesos a month. About $140 a month is Reuben's rent for a furnished studio apartment in Calibo. Reuben is using that apartment as his base here in the Philippines. During his time here from January to March, he visited Angeles City, Baguio City, Dumaguete City, Davao City, Iloilo City. Reuben is just traveling all over the Philippines. And I was the one that suggested to him to have a home base somewhere here in the Philippines. And he decided Calibo because I'm here. I can at least watch for his apartment when he is not here. I am excited to pick up Reuben at the airport this evening because I'm sure he will give me fresh information about the United States and his 1 month stay in San Diego, California. It is still raining outside. I'm just gonna have to drive super slow going to Katiklan for sure and be careful. I actually saw some lightning and heard some thunder. Thank you for your continued support of our channel. Dazzle, Leanna, and I, we truly appreciate your support. Take care, everyone.